Suddenly, on December 30th, there was an unexpected thunder. Figure skater Evgenia Medvedeva accused Eteri Tutberidze of lying. Throughout many interviews Medvedeva told one version, but then the coach revealed the truth about what was going on. An example is the case with the unexpected change of the free skating program in the Olympic season. Initially Medvedeva stated that she begged the coaches to keep the old program, but her words were passed around. However, in fact, after the tournament in Bratislava, she herself announced that she did not want to continue performing with the old program, deciding to present the legendary Anna Karenina. And here we are again with a new unexpected turn. You can watch Evgenia Medvedeva's performance in the new ice show Cow on Ice with original music on our website figureskating.org at the link in the description. During the discussion of Eteri Tutberidze's interview with Leonid Slutsky on Oko Sport, when it came to the moment with the phrase about Evgenia Medvedeva's tears of joy, Genia herself said the following. Was there more truth in this interview with Tutberidze or not? Everything that I said here today is very different from what was not said by me there. They are two different versions absolutely. Well, what happiness, what joy? What the hell is joy? What did Eteri Tutberidze said in her big interview with Slutsky? Here is literally a verbatim fragment of that interview about Genia. Slutsky, Olympics, she is losing, although she is conditionally losing, because you made a miracle. After such an injury she still skates great. Tutberidze, she doesn't skate great, for her it was almost one of the worst skating she has done recently. Slutsky, but she is sobbing with happiness. Tutberidze, she is crying from happiness, because it was a very hard last journey. It was not clear how to get her out of that state of hysteria and everything else. Let's recall the statement of Evgenia Medvedeva herself after her famous performance at the 2018 Olympics. Some time after all the emotional experiences associated with the performance in Pyeongchang, she states in an interview with RT on February 24, 2018. This is the first time this has happened to me. I'm usually pretty stingy with my emotions after the rides. Already after I came off the last jump, I started to have a fit. And when I got into the last pose, the emotions just poured out. At the same time before the program I was absolutely calm. I don't know where the emotions came from, they were not there before the program. Moreover, in that interview with Leonid Slutsky, Eteri Tutberidze revealed Medvedeva's statements after she lost to Alina Zagitova. She started to congratulate us in the kiss and edge on Zagitova's gold medal and said that we did everything to make Alina the first. We did everything to get Alina first, but we did everything to get Genia first as well. We can't lead to places, we can lead to skating, Eteri Tutberidze said at the time. Evgenia Medvedeva talked about what kind of show Alina Zagitova could host. I heard that Alina Zagitova is going to produce her own show soon. What kind of show do you think Alina Zagitova could produce? Medvedeva, something about freedom, I guess, Medvedeva said in an interview with Lena Fedorova. With her New Year's Eve appearance in an unusual show featuring moto freestylists, quad bikes, acrobats, gymnasts and bikers, Alina Zagitova decided to experiment again. Usually she performs in the center of such shows, where the action takes place on ice. However, this time everything was different. Instead of ice, an ordinary stage with decorations for other participants was used, and Zagitova herself appeared only at the end, presenting a small dance number without skates. For the Olympic champion in figure skating, performing this number was not difficult. Paradoxically, but this very image and project did not cause resentment on the part of the figure skater's critics. This time she did not occupy all the space, and it was simply impossible to make a mistake or do something wrong. This was a difference from Zagitova's previous performances, which often caused disappointment and even ridicule, even among her most loyal fans. You can watch Alina Zagitova's performance in the new show with original music on our website figureskating.org at the link in the description. Dmitry Kozlovsky may become the captain of the team at the Russian Jumping Championships. According to a source of Match TV, Match TV made a request to the Russian Figure Skating Federation, FFKR, on this issue, but the federation refused to comment. According to the regulations, the tournament will have 2 captains who will form their teams from 2 sport pairs, 3 singles athletes, 3 singles skaters and 1 guest skater. The Russian Jumping Championships will be held in Moscow from January 19 to 22. Ivan Bukin admitted that he misses international competitions. "You are very experienced athletes, you have been to all the major competitions. Don't you lose your motivation?" Liza Tuktamisheva, for example, said that without international competition she misses it. Maybe Lisa will take a year off, miss these emotions and come back. She is also a fan of her craft, a fan of figure skating. The fact that there are not enough big international competitions is 100%. No one is arguing with that. These are competitions between athletes from different countries. Even the most experienced athlete at the European Championships, at the World Championships, at the Championships of the 4 continents gets additional experience. Competition gives birth to motivation. It motivates you to do some interesting things, to develop figure skating. This is a chain of many links that moves our sport forward. That's why the 4.5 turn axle and everything else appeared. Unfortunately, we can't compete in international competitions. But we get information from all the sources available to us, we watch how foreign guys skate. I have no doubt that after a while we will still return to the international arena. This hope that we can compete for top titles again makes us work every day. We have nowhere to rush right now. If there were international competitions, it would be a completely different schedule. Now we have a calmer and smoother entry so that no one gets hurt. The sooner we are admitted, the better and more interesting it will be for everyone. But at this national championship we saw the level of figure skating in Russia, it is high. Yes, someone loses motivation, but all athletes are working, everyone is trying, said Bukin. Valery Angelopol may pair up with Alexandra Shinkarenko. According to the source, the parties are mutually interested in cooperation. However, at the moment the final decision on whether the pair will be held, has not yet been made, as Angelopol coach Natalia Linishuk has not yet seen the skaters together. The 20-year-old Angelopol and 16-year-old Shinkarenko have also not yet had their joint auditions. Angelopol trains with Linishuk at the academy of 2-time Olympic champion Yevgeny Plushenko. The skaters' previous partners were Vasilisa Kaganovskaya and Irina Ushakova. Shinkarenko studies with Elena Maslenikova and Ilya Verbuk, she is paired with Vladislav Mikhailov. Shinkarenko and Mikhailov are winners of the Project Ice Age. Children. The beginning of 2023 was marked by the long-awaited decision of the Disciplinary Anti-Doping Committee, DAC, of Russia on the case of Kamila Valieva. As it is known, the banned drug trimetazidine was found in the athlete's sample from the pre-Olympic Championship of Russia, which became known only during the Games in Beijing. As a result, the IOC refused to hold the medal ceremony of the team event, as Eteri Tutberidze was playing for the national team. Russia DAC investigated the circumstances of the incident for quite a long time and finally came to the conclusion that there was no fault or negligence in Valieva's actions. Therefore, no sanctions were imposed on her, except for the annulment of her results on the date of sample collection, December 25, 2021. 3 organizations disagreed with the verdict and appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CS. Each of them had its own demands. Thus, Russia considered it fair to reprimand the figure skater. The International Skating Union, ISU, demanded from 2 to 4 years of disqualification, and the World Anti-Doping Agency insisted on the maximum term, 4 years. The first part of the CAS meeting was held in late September, the second, in November. None of the parties did not comment on the course of the hearings, only approximate dates for the announcement of the final decision were named. It is expected to be announced by February 12. However, even with the verdict on Valieva's case, the point in the distribution of medals of the team tournament will not necessarily be set. The ISU rules do not stipulate such situations, so it is not clear what will happen to the result of the competition if Kamila is found guilty and her Beijing results are annulled. Most likely, the ROC will have to go through a new legal battle to keep the Russian national team's gold medal.